I used to be somebody before that freak Ayuz sent his army south and ruined everything. We had a nice racket going on in the land of the Freelords, or what the rest of the Flanes calls the Bandit Kingdoms. We had a territory we ran, and we hustled and stole what we could from who we could. Sure, we fought amongst ourselves, and I'd just as soon stick my dagger into someone from the Freelords as anywhere else. But we always banded together when an outside force threatened all of our businesses. But all that changed when Ayuz came a-calling. Half of the Freelords joined forces with Ayuz to save their skins, and the other half got wiped out or sent packing to the other lands, or down into the rift. I was no hero, and neither were any of my mates. So after the massacre of Steelbone Meadows, we did what any guys in our situation would have done. We hightailed it out of there. The only problem is that everywhere we went, there were old enemies waiting. After finally getting corralled by the Ernst soldiers, I was left to rot in a dungeon, waiting for them to decide what to do with me. The way the gods look at us, I don't think we're gonna like what it is they have in store.
And we're live! Hey, everybody. Welcome to Return to the Bandit Kingdoms.
Happy fucking Tuesday.
Yeah.
It is Tuesday, isn't it? How about that?
Hell yeah.
How about them pickles? Or whatever.
That was weird.
I don't
choice.
ask me where that came from. I got no clue.
Well, now I'm just envisioning biting into an apple and then tasting pickle. What a rude surprise that would.
I apologize, Jairus. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah.
This is not a potato.
Hey, hi everyone, and
Hey.
welcome to Return to the Bandit Kingdoms. Thank you for tuning in. We do play some Dungeons and Dragons besides talk about pickles.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And this is, just so all of you know, this is the second part of our two-part special. We did not too long ago the good guy interlude, and then we went back to the main characters in the Bandit Kingdoms. This is the bad guy interlude, part dos. And yeah, so I'm Will DM. I'll be your DM for this fabulous evening. But enough about me. I'm not the center point. The center point of these lovely folk around me. Let's go ahead. Jairus, why don't you go ahead and start off for this lovely evening? I'm feeling real corny tonight.
I couldn't tell.
I think I'm just trying to make you smile, Adam. That's really what it is. I'm feeling.
Keep trying.
It's like, no.
Still got to keep working at that, yeah.
So, hi everybody. I'm Jairus, and I was just thinking how interesting it is to see playing the good guys and the bad guys. I see why the good guys always win. Because when we were good, we worked so well together and just like eliminated any obstacles in our path. And the bad guys are just all out for themselves, and it was not so good.
Yeah,
killing each other.
You know what? You bring up a really good point, because even the good guys worked even better than the regular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I think it's just that mindset of who and what you're playing when you start out. You know, right from the get go. It's like you guys are like, well, we're good guys. We're here to do the good guy job. You know, and it's like, bam.
I wouldn't do something without consulting with my teammates. That's not very good.
Right. Okay. So I'm sorry, Jairus. Go ahead, finish up.
That's it. You know, those are just my 2 cents, my musings, if you were.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are you playing this evening?
So I am for now playing Scump. Scump is a tiny little goblin who's been enslaved by Ayuz and just kind of passed around as a tool to help whoever he deems fit. But he murdered someone last night. So we're going to have to see. There might be consequences.
Yeah. You know what's really interesting? Here he is. He's a slave for a massive evil overlord in his organization. And Scump's probably one of the most powerful goblins you'd ever run into.
Yeah, well, but I figure he's drawn all his juice from Ayuz.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like a conduit.
Yeah,
He's a good conduit.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is that sometimes evil does pay. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. He is probably like, as you know, just mistreated as he is, and how awful his existence is. It's probably a better case scenario for.
Yeah.
That's the lesson, kids. Crime does pay.
Only if you're a
If
goblin.
you're born into
But
dire
only if you're a
straits and you have
goblin.
no other options,
Yep.
just join a cult and go nuts.
We are joking, by the way.
Yeah, joke.
The views expressed by this panel do not necessarily express be
Yeah,
For
exactly.
more information on my own personal cult, you can check the link.
Yeah, exactly. There's
We'll
a
be
link
happy to have.
below. All right. Hey, Steve, go ahead. Get this-
Hello, I'm Steve. My character Costas was the aforementioned victim of murder. So he is gone. He did not get a chance to exact any revenge. But I'm playing someone else tonight, and you'll get to meet him at some point. I'm not sure when Will wants to weave me in, but I'll be there.
Oh, you'll be there pretty soon. Pretty soon. Michael.
I am playing a Eldritch Knight fighter type who doesn't really want to fail at this mission.
So he's
We'll
really
leave it
not
at
going to
that.
be happy when he wakes up in the morning, is what you're saying. And realize he's down a guy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know, it happens. All right, Adam.
Hey everybody, I'm Adam. I'm playing Malice Mage Slayer. Slayed one mage so
Yeah.
far in our own
True.
party while he was sleeping. And he's a gnome barbarian, which is pretty common, I would think. We got a lot of angry,
Yeah,
angry
man.
gnomes.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's in the top 10 favorite characters to play. Is Gnome Barbarian.
Yeah, and he was.
With a Gnome-Polian complex, huh?
Oh
Well
no.
played, sir. Well played.
And he originally was one of the Keraptis guys who then turned and is now working with IUs.
All right. Well, there it is. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give a quick little recap, just a tad one, because this one doesn't really mean much to it. Okay, these are a bunch of evil guys. They actually work for IUs. They're part of the Death Legion, the elite troops, except for Malice. Malice is kind of brought in because of his expertise on the whole Keraptis thing. They are basically have been recruited by did I have that? One of the it's right there. Hold on one second. Somebody entertain everybody. I gotta have this guy's name. Hold on.
So a penguin and a walked into a bar, and bartender said, "Why are you all red?" And he said, "Because I'm a sunburned penguin."
All right, I'm back.
And that's it, huh? That's the
Yeah.
joke.
Oh, look, we got Juggling in the corner over there. That's pretty good.
That's why I keep the fruit handy.
Yeah. Just in case during the stream. Kerman, who is actually one of the Boneheart. So the Boneheart are the right hand guys for IUs, the top tier of IUsians. Kermit, I knew I was going to do it. Kerman is the guy who's putting this all together. And he's recruited these guys. He's brought them in. It's like, we've gotten some information out of this gnome that we captured, and he's very perplexed about the possibilities of something along the lines of this actual Keraptis fool running around, and he's trying to find out more information. Now, he's also pumped information out of Malice about the situation, and he's still very perplexed. So he's put these guys together, and he's going to send them on a foray to go
We're gonna
and
hang out in the entrance of the
Yeah.
palace.
yeah,
Collect coats as people come in.
Right by the scullery.
Hey, it's all down there in the sediment.
Oh, jeez.
It's all innocent. Oh gosh, I messed that joke up. So basically, what it is that he wants these. He's going to send these guys off to go and do something, and possibly kill this false Keraptis. Who knows what he's going to do? But he brought them together. He introduced them to this gnome that they had captured. Let him talk him, interrogate him, which they didn't really learn much of anything out of him besides what they already knew. And then that night, they killed one of their own kind. Oh, I missed the whole thing. They had a dream sequence where in the dream they had to fight this so-called Keraptis while Ayus watched.
Didn't work out so well.
Did not go well.
Nope, they failed pretty bad. They got stomped. But hey, that happens, you know. They're big bad guys for a reason. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up. It's the morning after, because after all that happened, they woke up in their rooms at the fortress of the Black Death Legion, and basically that's in the night. That's when one of the party members was killed. So what's going to happen is you guys are getting up. You're going through your normal morning routines, whatever that might be, and each and every one of you gets a rap at the door, and you will open the door to your quarters, and there's one of those guys, the voices of Ayus, those messenger dudes there. Okay. Now, this happens to each one of you individually. So, and you don't know this, but it happens in staggered time. So, this guy comes, stands there, and then essentially says, "Follow me." And then I take it every one of you is going to follow, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you're led off to the Citadel, the Boneheart Citadel, back to the same place where you were before. Okay. Now, yesterday when this happened, you guys were collected as a group and led by one voice.
Mm-hmm.
This time, as you start following the voice, you notice that there's none of the other guys with you. So you guys are all going one at a time. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more of that little trickery magic where I'm going to do something with each and every one of you guys individually. Okay. So what happens is you're led to the Boneheart place. They lead you down into the bowels again, but instead of leading you to the room where that like torture room with the big table in it, you're taken into like some kind of like side room that's like just completely bare, except for there's a couple of chairs and a fireplace in there, and sitting in there drinking some wine is that Kerman dude. Okay. And the voice leads you guys into the room and closes. Now this happens to each of you individually. Okay. So you're not a group having this happen. So, but it's the same thing. You're all led to the same place, so forth. Okay. So, is there any volunteers, or do you want me to just pick who I'm
Can I go first? Because there's something that I would have wanted to have done last night, or at least tried to do.
Sure. Well, is there something before the guy comes and picks you up that you need to do?
Yeah. It would have been.
I had something too. Yeah, I wasn't coming.
Okay. We'll take care of that, and then we'll pick up where I just was explaining. So, whoever wants to go first, go ahead.
Go ahead, Adam.
Okay. All right. Well, I would like mine to be a secret.
Oh, okay. So we'll go ahead. And
so if Jairus doesn't want a secret, then he can go first.
Mine was I was more to I would sneak into Beggar's room and try to sleep there and wake up early, polishing his armor and getting him breakfast and just showing him what a good servant, I can be. And then when he wakes up, I would immediately tell him what had happened. I would lie and frame it so that make it seem like it was more of a struggle and less of me just murdering him in his sleep.
If it even gets asked, I would hope, right?
Right. And it just kind of.
Are you gonna do the whole? I've been here all night. I don't know what the hell happened today.
No. It's like so. I went back to sleep, Lord, and I woke up and he was there and he saw what he did in the vision. But this is good, Lord, because now you are the clear leader. You have no rivals, and I want you to remember I'm loyal, Lord. If you are loyal to Ayus, I am loyal to you. I serve Ayus, and And
Okay.
yeah, I don't know, just try
Then you
to.
must serve an oath of allegiance to me.
Yes, Lord. And he lays like on his knees, groveling, and I want to live, Lord. I'll do any. I am your humble servant.
And I can trust you.
I have always been loyal, sir. I was even loyal to that filth Costas until he showed his weakness.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Justice. All he wanted to do was torture people.
That's all.
Right?
It seems so
That's what I
innocent.
wanted to do.
I know.
Yeah,
He was just a company man through and through.
but that's pretty much the gist of it.
All right. Does Beggar have anything else to do with that situation? I mean, are you gonna like spill the beans there to him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I framed it in a little bit more of a self-defense, but kind of vague. But that's I'm totally upfront because I went and asked him before I asked.
That's right.
Malice, so he's gonna know immediately,
Right.
you know, that it was me.
I just don't understand why you went after the wizard and not the gnome. The gnome is clearly the one who is the traitor here.
Well, Lord, the wizard murdered me. in that
Sorcerer,
vision.
not a wizard.
I understand things were hectic and maybe you didn't notice, but in the vision of Keraptis, he murdered me. So tit for
I
tat,
see.
as it were.
Yes, I can understand your need for revenge, but keep an eye on that gnome. It is
Self-preservation,
not to be trusted.
And you bring up a really good point, something that I didn't point out before. You guys are in Doraka. Okay, you're in the capital of Ayuza's evil empire. Okay, the sun never shines here. There's literally a swirling black cloud. Think of Sauron and Mordor and all. That's where you guys are at. The power of Keraptis it penetrated and got to you guys here to give you that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, just pointing that out. Okay, all right. So,
So now, when is this conversation happening? Because this kind of
that one right there, I would assume in the morning.
When you're sleeping.
Yeah. First thing, or like yeah.
all right. So somewhere in the middle of the night, and you guys can stay on here now. It doesn't have to be secret because I'm gonna have to get a couple of rolls here from two people. It seems. I too would like to sneak into Beggar's room with the cloak of eyes
Okay.
and
Okay.
stick it in the bottom of his pack.
Okay. So, I guess we would have to see because you said you snuck in during the night too, correct, Jarrett?
Yes.
Okay. So
I would have gone straight there, essentially. Like,
Okay, I was going to say we
Costas'
can roll,
blood
but
on my hands and head right there. I'm not going to hang out in the room with the dead body. Although I would have eaten his eyes.
okay.
Well, actually, maybe no. I probably wouldn't have. I'm trying to get away with murder. That's better not leave a calling card. He is wise somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So basically, what I'm going to need, I guess, is just perception rolls versus a stealth roll.
Now, my owl would be in my room with me, of
I
course.
forgot about
That's
the
true.
owl.
So
I'm
go
still
ahead
doing
and
it.
roll. You can roll your owls, and he'll have advantage for sure. I probably should take a look at his rolls.
Yeah. I got a 19. Oh, damn it. Scump.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to jump to it. So basically, Scump, you're rolled up on the floor in a ball, like in a corner or something like that. And,
Yep.
Because, and then, gosh, okay, so that would mean with this having happened, we're going to say, because this makes more sense now, guys, that conversation that Scump and Beggar had happened last night.
Okay.
All your like he knew you came in the room, you were trying to sneak in, same thing, he saw you, you had the conversation, you pledged allegiance to his flag, blah blah blah. So that's done then. So when Malice comes in, okay,
Sure.
So basically, you guys are there. You get woken up because you hear click, click. And it's like, it's actually really stealthy, but you guys are like, super aware of things. And
Now is Scump by
We
the
have
door?
an owl.
I'm not even,
Well, so I would look to see if either the owl or Beggar noticed before I reacted. So failing, like me seeing him doesn't necessarily mean I blow up his
Alright.
car.
Yeah.
Well, there's mine, and I'm sleeping. So, and here'd be the owl. So the owl wasn't paying attention either, I guess.
He gets advantage. The owl does.
Okay. Well, then he gets a 14 then.
So
Or
yes.
I would need to roll it.
You roll
Mine
again.
was so 21 was the owl.
Okay, so you do notice, you hear him coming down the hall, Scump.
Okay.
And then before he gets to the door, to like start to come in, the owl starts.
As soon as the owl makes a peep, Skunk, my lord, wake up! Someone is coming.
And as soon as I hear that, I say, "Oops, wrong room," and then close the door.
My bad.
Stupid gnome lost again. Can't trust those things.
You really
And then I'm just going to like urinate in the hallway just in case anybody comes out.
Covering your bases. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you guys doing in the room? Are you? I mean, are you going in there? I mean, you just gonna.
Yeah.
That's Scrump. You definitely know who it is, and I guess the chances of you knowing that it was the dwarf after, the gnome, after hearing him talk, you probably know it's him.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to offer it up.
Yeah. And I'm saying Beggar would probably know too.
Oh, okay.
Hear him talk. And then if you guys don't do anything, a couple of heartbeats go by, and then all you hear is like somebody peeing. Oh.
All right.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Okay. So
then I would like to try walking down the hall a few more rooms.
Mhm.
Now do I have any idea who's staying in this place besides us? I mean, I've seen some people. I don't really
Yes.
know them, but
because you've been around, while you're not a part of the Black Death Legion itself, they've attached you to them, said, hey, just follow these guys around, do what that dude says, because that's how they've been just keeping an eye on you.
I'd like to try to remember where there's like another big bruiser type fighter, where his room was.
Okay.
And try to sneak
Sure.
into that room.
Yeah, there's a big bruiser half orc that's on this floor that you could go to.
All right, I would like to try to now sneak into his room.
Okay. His door's locked.
I will try to pick it with my lockpick.
All right, let's see what you got.
Where's the lockpick? There it is. Thieves' tools. That's pretty good. 24.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. You get it open.
And then I'm gonna just sort of stealth in.
Okay.
Eek, 17, not as good.
No, that's gonna be good. I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
It's a sleeping half orc or whatever. So
Yeah, you're totally good. Totally good.
Yeah,
You don't want
and
to
I'm-
flop it off.
Then I'm gonna take the robe of eyes and sort of stick it in the bottom of his pack.
Okay.
And then leave and go back to my room and go back to bed.
Yeah, I'll say you're able to do that. That's no problem. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now you're back in your room. Okay.
Yep.
So, all right. Anybody else? Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll pick up with what I was describing before. All right. So that having been said, we're going to start with Steve.
Oh, it's me. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
It's your guy. And so everybody else, just take your headphones off, mute, so that you don't hear the discussion. I will wave. You guys will put your headphones back on.
Are you gonna point at who you want next?
I'll type it. No, you know what it is. I'll wave and then I'll type it into to the
Roll 20.
Yeah, roll 20, or I can type it into the chat. Either or.
Well, we all have roll
Okay.
20 up, so let's do
That's
the
right.
roll.
Roll 20 is probably the better option.
I'll type it into roll 20. So.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody go ahead and go silent there. All right. So Steve, who had most recently played the wizard Cossus.
Saucer.
The sorcerer. What is this guy's a warlock?
Yeah, he's a warlock. Yep.
Okay, all right. Now, is he going to be a warlock of Ayus? Is that the
Well,
case?
I mean,
Or something else. He doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I mean, whatever seems appropriate. I mean, he's a fiend. He's got the fiend pact, so I assume that
Yeah.
fits with Ayus pretty well.
Totally.
So whether it's Ayus directly or a powerful entity that might be related to Ayus, either way is fine with me.
Well, he's a demigod. I mean, he's got clerics, and he
So he can grant
Yeah,
pacts. So that
you got it.
yeah, okay. Mhm.
Yeah. So okay, so basically what it is during the night, you were brought before Kermit. Okay, this guy, the Boneheart. So which is a big deal, and you're kind of like, oh shit. Okay.
Yep.
He brings you. You go into a meeting with him, and Kermit informs you that tomorrow I've got this group of men that I'm going to be sending out on a little bit of a mission. I want someone else in there that I can trust, and that's where you're going to come in. Consider this an audition for being used in further endeavors. Now, there's something in particular that I'm going to want you to do. I want you to make sure that the other two, namely the goblin and the wizard knight eldritch guy, do their parts correctly.
Yes.
They're supposed to, one, find the information, but two, and more importantly, they're supposed to kill the gnome.
Of course.
And by the gnome, I mean this Malice character. I want the information there collected, but I want it discredited, if that makes sense. You're working strictly for me in this matter.
Of course, sir.
Excellent.
Of course. So I am, just to make sure I understand, sir, I am to observe the knight and the goblin and make sure that they get information, but also that they kill the gnome. Is that correct, sir?
Correct. Now, the thing is that the gnome is necessary because the gnome's going to help make sure that they get to whoever this False Keraptis is. The gnome has a distinct ability to smell this creature out. If they were to kill him too soon, then you won't find this False Keraptis individual, and you won't be able to get me my information, which would not be a good thing. And you
Agreed. Of course.
definitely bring my ire. And I would have to say, it would be best for you just not to return if that was the case.
Of course, sir. So I'll make sure we get to this False Keraptis, and then after we've gotten this information, then did you want me to contribute in eliminating the gnome, or just make sure they do it?
Well, see what they do first, but by no means is the gnome supposed to return alive.
Of course. Noted.
Excellent.
I look forward to serving you, sir. Thank you.
Excellent. They're all going to be meeting here in another room shortly to be teleported into the Bluff Hills. And then from there, follow these directions. And he hands you some paper, like a scroll case. So, and there is the information that we were able to get from the last captive to this Totenka place. I don't expect you to know what that is, or even who this Keraptis chap is. But make sure you get there and get this business done for me, and you will be well rewarded.
I live to serve, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and then that's it, and you're shown out.
Sure.
Okay?
Alrighty.
Let's see. Who am I going to talk to next here? Let's do Adam. Let's get Adam out of the way. All right, everybody. So what's happening now is I've got Adam coming on. He's going to be putting his headphones on here and joining me for his little part of this escapade. And then we'll
Here I am.
And Steve, you don't have to get off for any of this. You can stay.
Okay.
On. Okay.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So basically, same thing. You get, in the morning, you're woken up by that guy who's the voice of, and you're taken into that room where Kerman is sitting next to the fire, and he's drinking some wine, sitting in a comfy chair. There's a little end table next to his chair, end table next to this empty chair that's kind of across from him. And he gestures towards the chair.
Sure, I'll sit down.
So, it seems that there was a little bit of trouble last night. Do you want to tell me what that was?
You're gonna have to give me a little bit more than that.
I don't think so. I think you know exactly what happened. Now, this
Can't
is
say
not the
that
time.
I do.
Very well. If that's what you choose to say, keep in mind, we have eyes and ears everywhere.
Oh, so you're talking about the dead guy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I get into a lot of trouble.
So I hear. Now, I just have one question.
Sure, what is it?
Was it your idea to kill this Costas? I mean, you do tend to call yourself a mage slayer.
Well, well, and that's why they had me do it.
They?
Yeah.
So it was all of them wanted Costas killed?
Yeah, he was a loose cannon. The big guy sent the gnome to get me because of my reputation.
You mean the goblin?
Whatever he is, yeah, I'm a gnome. He's a goblin. It's easy to get confused. They both start with a G, although mine is silent. His is...
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would just be Oblin, which would be weird.
Excellent. Well,
we needed a team that was going to be able to fight this False Keraptis, see, and we could see in the dream that he was against what we were fighting for, the glory of Ayuz.
Yes, because you're definitely in this for the glory of Ayuz.
Well, everything seems pretty cool here so far, sure.
Excellent. All right. Believe it or not, that's the only concern I had. There's a room next door. Make your way there and wait, and soon you'll be teleported over to the Bluff Hills. There'll be a gentleman in the room next door waiting for you. He's part of your new expedition.
I hope he's better equipped to fight this False Keraptis.
Yes, I'm sure he's awake.
Oh, that's fair. And he's got his head still attached to his shoulders, I hope.
Yes, he does. All right.
Oh,
Okay,
anyway,
so
pleasure.
that's basically it. Go ahead, take yours off again. Okay. And all right. And then I'm going to go ahead and signal in for the next person to come. So go ahead, just take off. Okay. All right. So now I'm bringing in the next fellow. Oops, I typed in the wrong spot. One moment. Oops, sorry. I'm spelling his name wrong. There it is. Okay. So I just had to let Jairus know that he's the next one to come on in. Come on down, Jairus. You're the next contestant on the bad guys are right or wrong or something like that. I think he saw it.
I saw you waving.
No, I was waving. I typed in Jairus, but Jairus is
Oh.
on the screen.
All right, I'll go back to my nap.
There he is. Okay. Ooh. He's whistling. He's doing something on the computer.
You're talking to me. I'm here. Hi.
Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. All right. So Michael's gone. Okay, so same thing. You're brought to the Citadel of the Boneheart. You're taken down into the bowels of that place and shown into this room. Kerman's sitting there. He's sitting in a nice, comfortable chair, drinking some wine. There's a chair across from him, fireplace. He motions for you to take a sit. Scrump, you little scamp, you come and take a seat.
He kind of moseys over, and the chair is, of course, for a normal person, so he has to kind of like jump up into it, and like crawl into it, and then turn around and sit like a little kid.
Right.
And then his feet are just like barely even dangling off the edge of the chair, let alone hitting the floor.
I want to start out with saying that your service to IUs and your loyalty doesn't go unnoticed. And regardless of what Beggar says, I'm sure that man Costas needed to be killed. And for that, I thank you. But I do have something else that I need you to do for me during this little assignment. One, before the assignment's over, you have to make sure the gnome dies. I want him dead. Understand? He's not to come back. Use his powers to sniff out this False Keraptis, and then afterwards, don't bring him back.
Yes, Lord. The only creature on this earth lower than a goblin is a gnome. That's what I always say.
Excellent. Now, the more important part, because I'm sure you'll be able to take care of a gnome without a problem, is Beggar. I want you to keep a close eye on him for me during this adventure. His loyalty has come into question. And if for some reason you think that possibly his allegiance to IUs and our dealings is in question, I'm going to want you to eliminate him as well.
Of course, my lord.
There's a man next door in the room where we're going to teleport you from to the Bluff Hills that he knows all of this, and he'll help you. Steve, what did you say your character's name was?
Grizz.
Grizz.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Grizz. He'll know, but keep it quiet. And be sure to use his talents before you take care of him. Coming back without the information I want would be worse than coming back with just having killed Becker. I need to know what this False Keraptis really is. I need to know if the stories that were told were true. And most importantly, I want to know what you find up there in Toschenka. Understood?
Yes, Lord. Your will be done.
Excellent. Go on, scutter off now.
Oh, yeah. And he like hops down off the chair and this little pitter patter, he's scampering.
Yeah, no doubt this is like.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so go ahead and mute again there for me, Jairus. I'm going to finish up with Michael, and then we'll get on our way there. Okay, let's go over and. Okay, Michael. Hopefully, so. Here he comes.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Okay, so and for last time, to all of those who are listening, he's brought over to the Boneheart Citadel. He's taken to the bowels, shown to a room. In the room is Kermit sitting in a chair, comfy chair, drinking wine. There's another comfy chair empty to the side of him. He motions for Beggar to take a sit. So, and that's where we pick up. You're coming into this room, Michael. So, greetings, Beggar. Come in.
Greetings.
Have a seat.
Thank you for the invitation, and I shall.
Of course. I think we may have got off on the wrong foot the other day. I admire a man of your caliber, so to speak. Now, the reason I've brought you here to talk to you without the others is because I wanted to know what happened last night.
I'm not entirely sure how it all transpired, but it seems that my compatriots took it upon themselves to assassinate the other one,
Interesting.
wizard, magic user one.
Because both of them are saying that it was under your orders that they did the deed.
Of course they did.
Yes. Of course, I didn't believe them. Obviously, just trying to cover their own tails.
I'll, of course, submit to a zone of truth, should you desire that.
I think it's not necessary at all. But I do have something else that I need you to do. Well, a number of things, actually. One, after this gnome character has been able to use his special abilities to sniff out this False Keraptis, and after you've collected information about him, hard information, and more importantly, what's going down in these ruins of Tostenka, I need you to kill that gnome. I don't want him coming back.
Oh, all right.
Secondly, the goblin. I need you to keep an eye on him. He poses as a groveling little son of a bitch, but I think he's got his own agendas. Now, he is more loyal to Ayuz. This is true, but if he's a loose cannon, I'm going to leave it in your capable hands and how you wish to deal with him. If you think he's not worthy of being your lackey, then do what you will.
Very well, yes. He definitely is one to keep a very close eye upon.
Excellent.
I agree with your assessment. He definitely is more than he seems.
Excellent. There's a man in the room next door, which we're going to teleport you to the Bluff Hills from. He knows what you're doing, and he will keep it between the two of you. No need to speak with him about it. He knows. But when the time comes, if you raise hand to either of those or in any other endeavor, he'll help you.
Very well.
His name is, I think, Grizzle, or Grizzard, or something like that.
We'll just call him Grizz.
Yes, I think that's it. Very well. You can go into the room next door. And
Very well.
be on
Thank you
your
for
way.
the audience.
Thank you for showing up. Okay, so with that having been said, let me wave everybody else to come back in. Okay, cool. So everybody is meeting in the here we go. Okay, so everybody is meeting in the room that was next door to where you had your meetings. So essentially what happens is the first one that comes in, Malice, you would come in, and there is this, you can go ahead and describe what your character is, Steve, so that the other three know.
Yeah, basically he's a young-looking man, maybe 20. He's pretty young-looking, pretty average-looking. Average. He's a little bit thinly built, but other than that, nothing remarkable. Brown hair, brown eyes, haircut short. He's wearing dark robes. He's just sitting there looking relatively at ease. That's about it. Nothing exceptional appearing about him.
And that's what you guys will all see as you come in. So basically, you come into the room. The room is inlaid with a silver teleportation circle into the stonework on the center of this floor. The room itself is pretty much, it's just bare. There's a couple of shafts that go vertically up out of the, well, not vertically, they're at like a slanted angle. They're sort of like you could imagine like air shafts or something like that. Or if you were to climb, they maybe were to go up to the next level, what have you. But there's nothing coming down out of it. There's no light coming out of it, what have you. In that room is Grizz, the guy who David just described. And Grizz, you had been given the instructions on how to activate the teleportation circle, and
Excellent.
it would take you to where you guys are going to be going. And you also are the guy who has all basically the information. I know I left it out of the conversations that you guys had with Kerman, but essentially he told you that Grizz. I see, I'm already messing it up. is it Grizz? Was it?
Yeah, it's Grizz.
Oh, it is Grizz. Okay, so
Simple. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so Grizz is he's got all the information as far as where you're going and what you're doing. As far as he's sort of like the guide. So that's it. So there you guys are. You're all in that room.
Hello. I'm Grizz. Nice to meet you all. And a bit of a last-minute substitution, I'm afraid, I guess. But Anna Kerman gave me all the details. So when you're all ready to go, I can activate it.
Excellent.
Scump comes running forward, and he bows so low that his nose touches the floor. And I am Scump Lord. I am but your humble servant. You let me know how best you may use me, and I will do my darndest, sir.
Right, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Scump, is it?
Scump, yeah, yes,
Right.
Scump.
Lovely. All right.
I'm just gonna light my pipe and say, what do you do? Are you a wizard?
No, I'm not a wizard. I just serve IUs in any capacity I can. So,
So I got to ask, man. Every time you light up that pipe, does it go? Doo, doo, doo?
More like bubbles come out of
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so you guys ready to rock and roll?
Yeah. If they're all ready, I'm already, and I'll do whatever I need to do.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys gather within the circle there. You say the word Frugenglage, and there's a flash of light, and for a moment you're blinded, and you guys sort of feel like you're out of sorts and out of place. It's sort of like all sense of gravity is gone for the briefest of seconds, and then there's another flash of light, and you guys are standing in rugged hills. This is where the bluff hills start to meet up into the whatchamacallit mountains. I don't have my map in front of me. If Lee Kim's here, he might know. There is a fresh powdering of snow covering everything. It's not thick or anything like that. There's bits of trees, sporadic trees, but this is essentially where these hills start really going up into the foothills of where the mountains are and stuff. There is what appears to be an old path, just even though with the snow being on the ground, you can tell that you're kind of in the rut or valley that snakes its way through these hills, heading up further into to the rockier lands. Do you take? I take it you that Grizz had studied the map a little bit beforehand.
Of course, he would.
Okay, so essentially, you take a second to orientate yourself, and you know that yes, if we go this way, we'll be heading towards further in. If this is where we want to go, there's a nice big X on the map showing your final location, and definitely some twists and turns along the way. Okay, so.
Okay.
You start leading the group.
Yeah, I'll start going. All right. So based off the map I got, this is the way to go. And I'll look at Malice and go, I heard you like the most important person on this mission because you have some sort of ability or knowledge to find these false Keraptises. Is that right?
Kerapti, Lord.
Kerapti? Thank you, Scump.
Your flattery will get you everywhere, I guess.
And actually, Adam, you kind of do. When you start getting within the vicinity of anyone who has some of the Keraptis magic within them, you can kind of feel it.
Okay.
It's not like a directional sense, but it'll grow within you. and it is said to be because of the these particular gnomes really aren't regular gnomes anymore. Like even you're not really a regular gnome. You're kind of even pastier than a normal gnome. Most hair colors are pretty much just shades of purple. There are some different variations and stuff like that, but they're like minor altercations because for so long they have lived and interbred and been experimented even on by Keraptis, and that has drawn a bond between you and this ancient wizard. Even so much to the point where these false Keraptises, they actually have the energy of Keraptis within them, even though they're not him. If it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you can feel that. So that's what he's referring to. At least that's what you think he's referring to.
Do I feel anything yet or no?
You feel something that yes, it's definitely something that it's not close by, but yeah, you can feel it. And you haven't felt this in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only time that you had felt it was when in or around or close to these false Keraptises. Because the true Keraptis, he wasn't anywhere where you could get close to him.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I suggest we carry on.
Sweet.
Well, Gnome, do you have anything useful to contribute?
I just give a puff of smoke and smile. And I said, well, he's here, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, very well. Let's
Got
just
a way
carry
to
on.
go, but I'll be sure to let you know when I feel it a little more.
Nice.
Okay, cool. All right, so you start following this map, which leads you further in. When you first got there, of course, it was early in the morning, so air was crisp. Your breath is pluming out because it is cold here. But as the sun rises, it does warm. It was freezing, and then by the time it's noon, and you guys walk pretty much for several hours until for probably 4 hours, it starts to warm up until probably the low 50s. Okay, most of that dusting of snow that was on the ground tends to melt, and most of the area is likely grassed. What have you. The trail that you're on continues to snake up in through the hills, and then there comes a part where Grizz takes you off a little side path. Okay, you wouldn't have noticed it, but as he starts walking off the path towards this, which seems sort of like a cliff, a rock face, he as he gets closer to it, you start to see that it's one of those ones that are you got some rock in front of it and then some rock behind, and you can't really see until you get to a certain area that it's not one full rock face. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you get into there and this snakes around for a while. It's not much bigger than a cart path. You could have a cart on here, 2 horse abreast, and that's pretty much it. And it comes to a dead end, but the dead end is not a natural rock face. It is a smooth, chiseled, worked stone. Okay, and it is a doorway within this cliff face. Now the cliff face itself, or the rock face, goes up probably almost 80-100 feet, and it's pretty treacherous. You could climb it to get over the top, but there is a 10-foot by 10-foot smooth slab right there, and it has on it here, I will go over and I'm going to draw something for you guys. Go ahead and put this over here. Okay. Let me get out my freehand drawing tool. Okay, so
Do
it's
I
got.
do I feel the power of the fake Keraptis getting stronger?
Yes, you did. You do, and as you start getting closer to this, it's definitely feeling stronger.
I don't say anything.
Okay.
I would expect nothing else.
Okay, so there's 5 circles, and they appear to be now not just a circle, but it's like a dome. It's carved out from an inset, and it's like spherical, almost like a ball was pushed into a hole. Okay, and there's 5 of them.
Anyone have any idea what this is all about?
Nope.
So I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So we're like at the base of a large carved face. Is that what you're saying?
Here, I've still got it on, so I'll do a little draw down here at the bottom. So say here's the ground, and then what we got is we got this door. Okay.
Okay.
We got the little things there, right?
Gotcha.
And this is the rock face right there. Okay. So the trail just leads to that.
Right. So essentially, either we try to go through the store, or we go up and over by trying to climb.
Trying to climb, either way.
And the 5 balls that look like they're pushed into the stone face are on the door?
Yes, exactly.
Is there any, like, are they identical? Do they differ in any way? Different colors?
Give me a investigation check. Okay. There's something not quite right about each one of them, but you can't really make out what it is. It just seems like you're looking at one, and then you look at another, and you go, yeah, those are different. And then you're looking at this one and go, well, no, but, it's nothing that's jumping out at you, but it does seem like there's something different.
Okay.
You just can't put your finger on it.
I'm also studying the rock face.
Okay. All right. So are you studying the door or the rock face itself?
The 5 stones.
Okay. With that, you do notice it. Each one is a slightly different shade of gray. It is really, really very light. Okay. So light to the point where if you're up too close and you're looking at one and then you look at the other, it doesn't really seem like that much. But when you take a step or 2 back and you can have it like both in front of you and not really look at any one of them straight on, you notice that they are a slight different tinge. So basically, 1 and 2 are the same. 3 and 4 are the same. And this one in the middle is its own different color.
Okay. All right.
Puzzles. Evil guys in puzzles, man. Who would have thought it?
I point out the gradient discrepancy to everybody else and take a look at the door as well to see if anything is matched there.
No, I mean the door itself is basically it's the same hue as the rock face. It is carved out of this rock face.
Is the one in the middle the lightest or the darkest color, or is it in between?
It would be the lightest.
Okay. I go, well, we could try something if y'all want to stand back a bit. And then
I'll stand back.
I'll just cast Mage Hand, which make sure I took that because I'm getting confused. Okay, yep. I'll cast Mage Hand and from about 15 feet away, I'll try to use it to push in the middle ball first.
Okay, it goes. It presses the middle ball. Nothing happens.
Okay, it doesn't even move or anything like that. It's
Nope,
completely...
it doesn't move. It doesn't move.
All right. Well, that's worth trying, I suppose.
And I'll try the other, see if there's a reaction.
Okay, which one are you trying first?
Did he ask for me to do that, or was he saying he would do it?
No, I'm suggesting
Yeah.
that you do it.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
sure. All right, then I'll start with ball number 4.
Okay, it presses, and how far away were you?
I'm about 15 feet away.
Okay, you press it, and there's a rumbling,
Mm.
and then nothing happens.
Uh-oh.
It's very slight. It's like just almost as if somebody like dragged some heavy furniture in a room next door, but only for groups the seconds.
All right. Well, and then I'll press the one up here.
Okay. Same thing,
Okay.
and that time when you do it,
Mm-hmm.
a rock from over in the to the side. It's like obscure because there's like bushes and different stuff along the cliff face. A boulder about the size of a bowling ball just gets shot out, like shoo, and it goes right in front of where somebody would be there, like pressing, and goes and shoots across and hits, and there's like a big, and there's like dust from the stone dust goes rising up and whatnot. It's almost as if a little cannon just went off. Boom.
Hey, so that's not great.
Would that fit into one of the holes?
Lord.
It went too fast. You're not sure, and when it hit the other side,
It exploded.
it exploded into chunks all over the place.
Yes, Scump.
What if it's a sequence, Lord? When you press the
Yes.
middle one,
It would-
nothing happens.
Exactly. So
Try pressing the middle one again to reset.
Very well thought out. I was along the same lines. I was. I'll press the middle one again.
Okay, you press the middle one,
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't seem to anything happen.
Okay. Then I'll press the one up here, the 1-1.
When you press that one, it goes in ever so slightly.
Okay.
Okay,
Then I'll press the one down here.
it goes in a little bit further.
Then I'll press this guy. And then I'll press the last one.
And that one goes in the most.
Okay. And then anything happen from that?
Nope, nothing yet.
I'll press the middle one then.
Do the middle again, Lord.
Yeah, and then when you do the middle one like sinks in like a whole foot. It just like starts going in, and then stops, and then there's that rumbling, distant rumbling sound again, and it continues on for like a couple of heartbeats, and then the rock itself just starts sliding up, and like dust starts tumbling down,
Nice.
and little pebbles and what have you, and it just.
I'll look at Scump and go, "Oh, it appears we've got a great team here, haven't we? All right, good."
Yeah, I'm really excited about the team. Yeah.
So does that mean that Scump is Tuco? You other two get to fight
Yes.
over Cleve and Cleve.
Well, let me see. I'm gonna try to send you a whisper real quick. Let me see if you get it. Okay.
Okay, so as it opens up, the light from outside shows into a dark passage. Okay, and you can see on the other side there is light. So you see the open end of that passage. It's about a good, I don't know, we'll say 70 feet or so.
Okay.
I'll step in front of it, assuming I can't see much. But then I'll command Owl beside me, and my Owl will climb out of my backpack and flutter around, and then I will do the familiar thing. I'd gain his sight and send him into the passage to fly across the dark spot to inspect it and to see what's on the light at the far side.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now you're going to send it flying over the top, or you're going to send it through the chimney? Over the top, correct?
The door, I think.
Through the door.
Through the door, I think.
Okay, through the door. Okay, so it goes flying through the door. It is just it's a 10 by 10 cut path that goes through the stone. It comes out on the other side into like a little like ravine, sort of like where you're at. Okay, so it's
Now, as it flew through that dark area, did it notice anything? I mean, it has 120 feet of dark vision. So.
No, it's basically it's all stone in there. It's cut stone. It doesn't look like there's anything to it. The floor, I would have to say, the only thing that possibly stands out to you is that the floor is paved. Okay, whereas, and you guys noticed this too, right there when it lifted up, and you can see like right at the edge that there's dirt, and from like just centuries of weathering. It has been covered, but you can see how those stones come out of there and are probably underneath the earth beneath where you're standing. There's a road, actually.
Interesting.
Well, I recall the owl then, and
Okay. It comes back.
looks like the road is safe and leads into a ravine. I suggest our lodestone go first.
Oh, that I think he means you there, Malice, is what he's talking about there.
A please would be nice.
This is the wrong group, dude. You in the good guys, that would have worked.
Yeah, I don't move.
All right. Could you please go ahead and check it out for us, since you've got the special knowledge?
I can feel that we're closer.
Excellent.
So carry on.
All right, lead on, Mister. I can see in the flippin' dark.
All right, I'm gonna grab onto Scump on my way over, and I say, "Why don't you come with me, friend?"
Oh, yep. Whatever you say, Lord.
And as we're walking, I turn to him and say, "What did you say before you got into the room?"
Oh, I covered my bases.
What did you say?
I swore my fealty, and I said it was self-defense, and I think he believed me.
What'd you say about me?
I said nothing about you. I might have made some derogatory comments about gnomes in general, but you get that a lot, I'm sure.
Nope. All right, I'll keep walking.
And meanwhile, I'm just got my head on a swivel and
Shield and axe are out. I'm keeping my thing. So I'm
trap.
gonna try to go. So let me walk ahead a bit and try to stealth my way up through the darkness a little bit.
Now, this architecture, Malice, is familiar yet different. And for that, it's just you're looking at the paved road. The walls itself are smooth, but the paved road, the stones are cut in such a way that they're not just one stone, boom, and you put it around. They're like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, so very intricate in their interlockings. Okay, and it reminds you of some of the gnomish designs in White Plume.
That's what I thought. Does it seem like it's just craftsmanship or a trap?
They did put traps and things like that,
Mhm.
but you can't say. You can roll an investigation.
Yeah, I mean that's not my specialty, but I'll give
You
it a
could
shot.
get lucky though. You know that it's been known to happen.
13. Not
Yeah, you
terrible.
don't think so. You don't think so. You think it's okay. You think it's just just regular, really intricate stones. And the stones themselves have a kind of like almost a dull sheen to them, like the barest hint of like gunmetal, but not quite. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try to sneak ahead a little bit, sort of close to, I guess, the wall on the right-hand side, and check it out.
Okay, so you're gonna go all the way through.
Yeah, and I
gonna
think
let it stay
I'm
about-
being really stealthy with my natural
And
one.
this,
would-
yeah, this is what you guys see. You see him start doing one of these, and start going, and then all you hear is his shoes. Right?
yeah.
He does this quick somersault in the middle of it and knocks a
Yeah.
bunch of pebbles around.
Oh,
Lord, I don't know if you think you're being quiet, but you're not.
Shh, you're gonna give me away. Shh.
I'm gonna try to keep about like 50 feet between us, but I am gonna be following him as well. I've got a 22 as my passive perception. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for irregular.
Yeah, yeah, no, these. It all looks really
Hey,
straight.
Well, I just want to let you know before anything happens. I set my resistance to cold damage before we left.
Okay.
Because I've got the whole,
Yeah,
Aegis resistance or whatever it's called. So.
not a problem. Okay, so eventually you guys make it through. I mean, I'm assuming everybody's going to go through.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
actually have the owl perch on my shoulder and I'll use its eyesight to walk, but yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, it comes and it lets out, and I put the map over there. I don't know if you guys can see it there.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
I see a big black bar square.
It's to the very right.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, tricky.
And then, okay, so you guys let out right here, okay?
Mhm.
And this little part right here, the reason I have it uncovered, that's low rock, so you can see that there's over in here, this area, these are all ruins. See those little dotted lines in what have you? Ruins to the point like where the walls are pretty much, you can see the foundations of them and the rubble within, and then you can see this. These gray areas here are rock too. And I want to give a shout out right now. These maps that I'm using today are 3 maps from Dyson's. So you guys, if you want to use them, anybody who watches this, you can go to Dyson's and get them too. Okay. And it moves up, and I'm going to reveal another part here because you guys are going to be able to see this. That right there. Okay. Now you see those dotted lines and stuff? Okay. That's actually that road. So once the road goes out of the passage you guys came out of, again, it's all weathered, okay, and covered over. But it's indented enough that you can see in the ground itself where the road goes. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen like pictures of them excavating an old Roman road, and you can see where they've dug it up, and you see the the actual stonework, and then it shows like where they haven't even touched it at all. You can kind of go, oh no, yeah, I can see where that is. But if you were not looking at it, you would have no idea that was actually a road there. Okay.
Cool.
And you guys all, especially because of your passive perception and what have you, you notice.
My passive
that there's-
perception's 9.
Well, wasn't really talking about you, but there's a lot of tracks and footprints and what have you around. Okay, and way down there, like right here. Let me get back up to the pointer part. Right about right there. There are 4 what appear to be gnomish-sized, fully armored knights sitting on giant horned goats They have long spears with flags fluttering in the wind. Their armor they have like blue surcoats. The flag is blue, and they're sitting. There's 4 of them sitting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're just chilling, sitting at the other end, looking down this little ravine path area towards where you guys are at.
About how far are they from us?
Well, if you can see on the map there, don't pay attention to the hexagons, but you can see the actual squares.
Okay.
Okay, the squares themselves are 10 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Or is it maybe it's 5 feet?
Well, right now it's set to 5, but
Yeah, it's 5. Hold on, I'll set it to 10. I can do that so that it's correct. Okay, it should work now. It should be okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, and they're right about there.
Right.
I would call it out to four armored riders up ahead in the distance.
What would I know about them? Obviously, they're guards.
These are your people, man.
Yeah.
But these people, I mean, you can tell even at this distance, just from sort of like the make of the armor and what have you. But these guys are not they're not the white plume dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's different factions. Most of there's a faction that's never left white plume. Your faction recently left white plume. Okay, this faction, you get the feeling that these are the guys that have been gone for a couple hundred years. So, which is the false, because essentially what happened is there was 3 False Keraptis, 2 of the False Keraptis left white plume. 1 False Keraptis is still in white plume, supposedly. Mm-hmm. This is the information that you know.
All right. So, and I'll look to Beggar. You're clearly more of a military man, but I would imagine we don't want to allow them to raise an alarm if there's a large force, right? Either we deal with them immediately or we lock them down somehow.
Yes, if they are not with us, they are against us. So we should figure out a way to stop them.
Now, I will point out that they are still just sitting there waiting.
Let's say, are these your ilk?
Well, not exactly.
So we could assassinate them and you would not shed a tear.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to go through my entire backstory.
And we really don't care, so...
Yeah.
All I want to know is either you're against us or you're with us. It's black and white. It's that simple. Either go over there and join your friends or stand here with us.
Yeah, well, they're not my friends. I said, but maybe I can convince them long enough for you all to get the drop on them, if you'd like.
That sounds good.
Excellent. You speak their language?
Unless they've been studying Rosetta Stone and now speak German, I think. I think we can.
Some strange dialect of duck.
Yeah, quack, 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 quack. I'll take my hood off, and sort of try to get as much of the dirt and the dust off as best I can, so it looks a little more purplish instead of the brown that it kind of looked before, especially down in the ends, because I was.
Oh, if you want help with that, here, and I'll cast prestidigitation to help him get more
Okay.
clean.
I get a little nervous when you do that.
Yeah, sorry, Rod. I should have told you about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and afterwards, you're not sure if you like it better clean or dirty.
Yeah. Well, it's dirty on purpose to cover the
know.
color. Yes.
Yeah, Clint, we know.
Um,
You got your poncho on. It's
yeah. Doo-doo-doo.
Okay, so are you going down there? What's
Yeah. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna put my weapons away.
okay?
And just sort of walk out, hands up, and what do you call it?
Pull a hanky
Cloak
out.
down.
Hanky,
Yeah.
stick it out of your pocket and wave it as you start coming down.
I don't suppose you can make us invisible.
Oh, they see you guys. I mean, if that was your intention, or you just want to look invisible inside of them.
Were you addressing Grizz or someone else?
You, yes, Grizz.
No, I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do that. I'm afraid.
Yeah, me either. All right. Well, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way.
So I imagine we'd accompany him, like maybe within, like, let him go the last 50 feet, but like, not just hang out 200 feet.
No,
away.
there's no point in trying to hide. So
Right.
Yeah,
it's-
I think we'd give him about probably 50 feet sounds like a good berth for, they shouldn't feel as threatened as if we're all up there, but he could talk with them and stuff.
Right. Okay. So you guys just start making your way down there.
I'll actually go about 20 feet in front of them, so about 30 feet behind him.
Okay, so staggered 1, 2, 3, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And they wait, and you guys close the distance, and then as Malice gets to the point where he's going to be about 30 feet away from them, one of the riders rides forward, not at an aggressive pace or anything, but just walks the big goat out there and says through his helmet, does anybody else speak gnome?
I do not.
I
Okay.
would not speak such a foul tongue.
That's what I figured. Okay, so you guys will not understand any of this, so this will be non-mitigating information. And the one guy says, "Greetings, friend. Who do you serve?"
Well, we serve the King of Shadows, Keraptis, of course.
Oh, that's too bad. That's the wrong answer.
Well,
There is the King of Shadows is a pretender, Keraptis, I tell you.
I
Only
mean,
the true Keraptis resides here in Totenja.
I look at him and I say, that kind of insolence will have you killed. Who do you think I'm talking about? The false one, of course, is
Yes,
the
the
false.
Shadow King, the false
Yes,
Keraptis.
yes. The true Shadow King resides here. Are you saying that the one here is one of the false Keraptis?
No, this is Keraptis that's here.
Right.
Yeah.
That's who we serve. And that's who we're coming to see.
Okay. And this is for future reference, and Adam plays. He doesn't know a lot of this. There's only one Shadow King. The other false Keraptises don't call themselves the Shadow King.
Yeah. Well, one, my guy's stupid. Two, he's
Yes. Yeah. But yeah. So,
he's
yeah.
he's also anointed him now, the new Shadow King.
Okay. Which is fine because that fits. And he goes, very well. Well, believe it or not, he would like to have an audience with you.
That would be great.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, you can. We've been sent to escort you to him.
Sure. Thanks.
All right. Well,
I like your goat.
yeah. Thanks. His name is Farufafar.
Oh, yeah.
And so basically, you guys are listening to this, and basically what you hear is, and so they turn
Foul
around.
demonic language.
They all like turn around and start riding forward down the hill at a walk, so that you guys are able to keep up. They did make sure that they trotted for a little bit and gave themselves about a good 50 feet, and then stopped, and then we're at a walking pace. Essentially, they're not going to have you Granted, you're still within missile range, but they didn't want you to be like right up
Right.
next to them.
Mhm.
So I presume that, would Malice have told us what they said?
Yeah, I'll turn around. Well, I'll just
Okay.
turn around and say that the False Keraptis is gonna have an audience with us.
Is that usual? I mean, do False Kerapti usually have an audience with strangers?
Nope.
Huh.
I don't-
All right.
I don't like it, Lords. I don't like it one bit.
No, but if you, well, you weren't there, new guy, but he already knows we're coming.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. Hey, and with that, I think we're going to take our break.
Okay.
That time.
All right.
So, hey, everybody. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. So go ahead and refresh your beverages, get some snackage, go to the potty if you need to. And we'll be back for part 2 of Who the Hell Is This Guy and What the Hell's Going to Happen?
All right, we'll be right back. And we're back. Hey, everybody.
Hello. Welcome back.
Hello.
All right. So let's go ahead and pick back up where we left off. You're being led into Totenka. That's how I'm just going to say it's Totenka.
Yeah, fine with me. I don't know any better.
Yeah, it is. There you go. You're being led into this ancient mythical city. None of you guys really know about it. But Malice knows that it is an old it's the birthplace of Keraptis is what this is. Okay, so you know that much.
Oh, as we're going in, I'd pull the gnome, Malice, aside and whisper to him that if he hears me call out this word, and it's the verbal component to a spell, to grab onto Keraptis and don't let him move.
Yeah, all right, sure.
Lord, it is vital. All right, I can prevent his spell casting, but only in a specific area. All right?
Oh, yeah, all right.
You mustn't let him move.
Yeah. I've seen shit like this before. I get what you mean.
You're not instilling confidence, Lord.
No, I'm cool. No, I got you. Yeah.
Are you short ones done bickering over there?
Whatever. All right. I just hold up my middle finger. I got him turn around.
Excellent. Okay, cool. All right. So, all right.
So, Grizz, do you trust the short ones?
I mean, I'd like to. We are supposed to be serving AUs and all. Although, to be fair, not a lot of people in the capital are always very trustworthy. But I know. I kind of got subbed in last minute from some sort of. I don't know exactly what happened, but
Yeah,
I'm
they
here.
assassinated your predecessor.
Right. Yeah. So not.
When you say it like that, it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He killed me first.
I'll of course keep an eye on them. Of course, as we all should keep our eyes out. Yeah. But thanks for the heads up there.
Yeah, there you go. All
I
right.
forget where you got that information from.
Noted.
All right. I shall go ahead.
At
and
this
start-
point, Beggar has like a sticker. Ask me what happened to whatever.
Missing Costas. Ask here.
Okay, so they start leading you down this path, and I'll start revealing more stuff here. And you start seeing this right here, and this rock formation right here are lower, so that you can see this 50-foot tall statue, which its back is to you right there. This guy. Okay. Go back to the reveal. So, and you guys tell me if you need to stop to do anything.
Okay.
And then I will.
Wow, that's
Stop.
a lot of big statues.
Yeah.
Okay, so they lead you down.
For those of you who watched our holiday episode, you'll notice those statues as the one that was in Adam's basement.
That's right.
They're all me. Yeah.
Yes, they all worship. Who knew that Keraptis really was Adam?
Surprise.
Nice. And let me reveal.
I could have guessed because Adam is full of Keraptis.
Okay, so they lead you down the road. They get to about here. Okay. Now, again, as you start to make this way down here, you see this area right here, okay, right in the center. And you see what looks like actual buildings. Those are, and most of them are in different degrees of being built. There's like a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of construction materials all over the place, but there's also a lot of ruins and stuff. Again, like here, these things that sort of look like fields for farming and what have you. That's actually ruins, okay, that they just haven't built anything else on. Those dotted lines, as you can see, like the roads going over here, those roads actually, for the most part, have been cleared. Okay, and you can see the cobbles in there. And eventually, as you guys make your way, it appears they just haven't gotten to clearing the cobbles from the road all the way up to the entryway. And you see these 4 50-foot tall statues that stand in different areas looking down in, as if you can imagine at one time when there was a city here, they looked down upon the heart of what this area was. And there's hundreds and hundreds of gnomes. Okay.
Oh, God.
They all got that freaky purple hair and stuff. And as you guys started making your way out of this ravine area, close towards it, the sounds of some construction actually was coming to your ears. But as you guys come out of there and into where these gnomes are milling about and they start to see you, they all stop and turn to watch you guys as you're walking down the road following these gnomes on these goats. Over here is a.
Who did we
just
lose? Jairus.
Yep. Okay. Here he comes back. Bloop, bloop. There he is. So over here, you see what is looks like an island maybe inside of a small lake area over there. Okay. And so they keep leading you along, and they keep. You guys keep traveling, and it goes around the bend, and you see more of this. Okay, and they lead you down, and again, same thing back here where all these buildings are and stuff like that. These buildings are being built up in amongst rubble and ruin of what had once been another, a greater city possibly at one time, but it is like all the rubble is just pretty much just like foundation and what have you. It is extremely old. They ride you through all of this, and you ride up to another cliff face area. And this cliff face area has where the other one had a door that's kind of, this is actually not a cliff face, but a ravine, because the road goes right through it, okay? And it comes to, time to go to a different map. Bloop. There we go, get that figured. And it brings you guys out to like right here. You see where I'm poking over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
I missed it, but
Right
over
here.
yeah.
Right over, yeah. So where the start of this bridge area thing is at. Okay. You also see that there are like the foundations of what had been like possibly a stone bridge at one time, and down below, if you guys look down into here, this is actually just choked full of like rock and rubble and different stuff. It possibly as maybe this whole section here that has the different pieces and parts, like maybe this is what's left after an earthquake or something. And you see even like worked stone down in there. Now these guys on the rams stop there, dismount, and then they start just walking across the bridge.
I'll follow.
Okay. Everybody going to follow?
Yeah, I'll say, and I'm going to say this to the guys on the goats. I don't know if they can understand common or not, but so why does Keraptis want to see us exactly?
The one guy that had come forward before and spoke with Malice looks to Malice and goes, he goes, that is, you can tell your friends, it's not our place to ask. Keraptis will tell you if he wants to tell you when he sees you.
Turn back. They don't
Is this
know.
bridge safe?
Yes, it's very well made. Surprisingly for gnomes, I guess. That's what you're going for.
Especially for gnomes.
I know, right?
I know.
Okay, so if you follow, they the four of them are just walking across the bridge. They get over here, they come over to this part, walk across that, and this bridge actually leads to the front of this temple area here, okay? Now, and they walk up, so the temple on the part where you come up to looks just like the front over here. Okay, there's stairs leading up into this. This is like an open air, so once you get up here, you can look through. And as you guys come across that last bridge, go up the stones. Now, this building itself is built of, remember that type of, that kind of like metallic sheen, gunmetal sheen that you've seen in the road? This building seems to be made of that same stone, and it's much sturdier, but like all the other ruins that you'd seen were just foundations and what have you. There was really nothing to them. This one still seems to, well, you can tell it's still got even part of a roof. And you walk up the stairs, and as you walk up the stairs, there's that big empty hole in the back that looks out into more hills and ruggedness. Is this room. It's an open air room, and we're going to switch over to that one now. Okay, and it's not extremely big, so basically you guys are going to come to right there. So if you want to drop your tokens right there. Now the gnomes, the four gnomes, don't come up into this area right here. That hole that you saw at the back is actually to the back of this very tall armored figure. It's a 10-foot tall hulking armored figure, and he's just standing there waiting for you guys as you come up the stairs. Okay. When you get to the,
I'll kneel when I get to the top.
Okay. And
I'll follow his lead.
okay. Oh, I put it on the wrong thing. All right. Hold on a second. Copy. Delete. He disappears for just a second
It's an
to
illusion.
reappear. There he is.
He reappears behind us.
Yes, he is on the correct. And he walks forward a few steps, and he goes,
Greetings, servants of Ayus. You're in the presence of Keraptis.
And
And what are you doing in my city?
Well, we were told you actually wanted to speak with us.
Yes, because I knew you were coming, you see.
That's handy.
And I wanted to give you an opportunity to join me, to become one with the new Lord of Tostenka.
Oh, I don't pray to gnome gods. You've got to be kidding me.
Wait, come on now, that's
No.
rude.
I mean, you have gnomes following you. That's kind of a joke in and of itself, right?
I
I mean,
stand
no
up
offense,
now.
no offense whatsoever, but they're gnomes.
No,
And at least
offense
halflings,
offense
something would be
taken.
better. They're gnomes.
He does not represent us, Lord. The trouble is, we already have a master, and we are here on his behalf. You're very powerful. Ayuz is very powerful, and we were hoping maybe we could learn a bit more about one another and maybe broker
And what does this so-called Ayuz offer you? He's nothing more than a half-demon. He's nothing compared to the power of Keraptis.
half god, Lord. He is a god.
He's a Cambion. He knows what he is.
Not to split hairs, Lord.
What are you offering?
You already know what I'm offering.
Have you been holding out on me, gnome? You know exactly why we're here?
Yeah, at this point, I know why I'm here, and I know why you're here. I don't know about the others.
I offer you to become the first of my recruits that are non-gnomes.
See, he does have potential.
Well,
now I'm offended by both of you.
so, Lord, what would that entail? Being your recruit, what is our goal? What are we trying to accomplish?
I wouldn't expect the likes of you to know. A long time ago, this area was the domain of the Flag. We were a powerful people that were brought low by misguided people, misguided beliefs. I used to rule everything. Everything that your so-called Ayuz wishes to claim as his own, once I controlled, once I owned. And I will again. I will again. And there's nothing any Cambion can do to stop that. Not even calling on Mommy and Daddy will help him, because I am the ground, the earth. I am the land. I am Keraptis.
I say,
I'm scum.
as I rage and run toward him, I say, "You're a fake." And I swing my axe
What's wrong
at him.
with these gnomes?
Oh shit!
Oh, great. Oh, no. We've got some combat going on. All right, let me put up the thing. Hold on. Oh, let me clear it. Hold on.
I don't think he was done talking yet.
Yeah.
No.
Barbarians have no patience for this. Well, most barbarians, not Michael's barbarian.
Michael's barbarian was my favorite.
What?
Barbarian
No,
Michael. It was.
Okay, guys, go ahead. You can roll your initiatives.
All right.
Now I get an attack on this guy because I just ran up and raged and attacked him, though. Yeah.
You're right there. He knows. He sees you coming.
No surprise,
Come
right?
on.
I know. I'm so mean.
Yeah.
I'm coming with the initiative. 1 second. There we go. Oh well.
Like, that was clearly a surprise. I didn't even let him finish his evil diatribe.
He totally was. Oh my God. He's taken aback. He goes, oh no. Oh no.
The gnome is
Well, not
attacking.
even necessarily a surprise, but I mean, a first shot. I took a first shot.
Yeah. That you do. Okay.
What I love is this character Malice saw what Keraptis did in a dream and is like, yeah, I could take him out just running at him.
Yeah, fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, well, he's playing in character. Okay, so the first person who gets to go here, actually, because the gnome. What? So how is the bug out that Malice does? Does he just go? Arr! or I mean, does
A
it
more shrill, I like to imagine. But...
Yeah, I mean, how does he go into that berserker rage?
He just says,
You don't have to give me sound effects, but you know.
yeah, no, I mean, he gets a little angry and says, "You ready, punk?"
Oh God. Okay. All right. So I just need to read one thing. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, you know,
Okay,
it'd be
cool.
better if I was able to actually take the attack that I.
Okay, so what's Grizz doing?
Well, he's not super stoked about the turn of events. Oh gosh, what would be? Oh man. Okay, yeah. What would I'm trying to think of what he would do. That's happening so fast. He doesn't have a lot of time to do anything really. So he's just gonna. For the moment, he's just gonna back up, look around for any other minions, and take the dodge action.
Okay, so he's just going to take dodge action. Okay.
Yeah, because it's too fast for him. I mean, he wasn't quite on expecting this, so he's gonna take a second to adjust and go from there.
Okay, cool. All right, so you start running towards him, and since he gets to go next, Keraptis says a couple of words in magic, and a bubble of force goes whoop up and around him.
Again,
And
around him. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoop.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, hey, Scrump, it's your turn.
He watches the bubble come up to him. He says, "Not today, false prophet!" And he casts Dispel Magic on the bubble.
Yeah, what level?
I don't know. Let me find out how Dispel Magic works.
So its baseline is a third level, and then you can go up from there. And how it works is if it's third level or lower, the spell will be automatically dispelled. If it's higher than what you cast it at, though, you have to make a roll, and you add your spellcasting modifier to it. The DC is 10 plus the spell level. So if you cast it at a 6th level, you have to roll a 16 or higher to dispel it.
Oh, I see.
You are.
He's got a bubble of force, huh?
So you'd probably just want to cast, unless you could cast.
It shimmers.
Unless
The shimmering bubble.
Unless you can cast it at a really high level, you might as well just cast it at 3rd level because it doesn't benefit you to cast it higher than that if it's not.
That makes sense. Yeah, so he'll just cast 3rd level, and I'll make the roll.
Okay, go ahead.
Add 4 to this. Come on, big money. Woo! 22.
Wow,
Okay.
I didn't see it on the.
So let's take a look again here. Let's see.
Nice.
So that'll beat the DC of. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Is
think
it
you
a
cast a
12th
12th level spell.
See. Dun, dun, dun. Instantaneous. Okay. Object or magical in range. 3rd level target ends for each. Okay. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level. Yeah. Guess what?
Woo-wee!
It fizzles out. Okay. Excellent.
Nice.
Hey, Beggar, it's your turn.
My other me's join me. And I cast mirror image.
Okay.
And then I will also actually move a little bit too, and I'm gonna go about right over here.
You guys going the wrong direction. He's right in the middle.
Barbarians don't understand flanking
Yeah,
maneuver.
come on, guys. He's right here. Just run up next to him. He's going to hit when he's close up.
You get over here and bite his ankles.
That's it for me.
Okay, cool. Malice.
Now I'm going to attack him.
Do it, man.
And
Do
I'm
it.
raging. I'm raging. With me battle axe.
Go reckless.
20. I
you
don't have
don't need
that.
it.
I don't have that. Yeah, that's 27
That hits, actually.
for what's the? Oh, that's if it's one. So it's only 11 points of damage. Not great, but I will attack again.
Yeah, you go up and just boom, right into his big old, I don't know, midsection, whatever. It cuts into his
That's a
armor.
natural one.
And then,
Second
then-
one tonight.
Yeah, then you miss.
The backslash.
That's the
Big
fifth
contact.
natural one in the last 2 games.
Hey, keep that up, man. That's a good thing. I'm
Yeah.
digging on that.
It's
Why you
not
gotta go
golf. You know that, right? We're not playing golf.
Oh shit! Now you tell me. Thank you, Michael. Now I get it. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Grizz, man, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Being a warlock's weird. I've never played a warlock before, so I have to remember I don't have very many spell slots.
No, you don't.
You're not.
But you got good ones.
He's gonna. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And now's not the time to hold back. You know that.
Yeah, this is Don't wait on using the good ones.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, screw it. Sure, he'll wait. He'll spend one of his spell slots and try to cast Hold Monster on the Keraptis.
Ooh.
And the DC is 19.
19.
Yeah. So
All right. What whiz save is that there?
it's a wisdom save, yeah.
It's a wisdom save. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a high DC.
All right.
Yeah, it's because I have 17 and then I have a Wand of the Pack Keeper +2, so.
Cool.
Well, you'd
Nice.
think a self-proclaimed god would have a really high wisdom.
Yeah, you would think, right? Okay.
Or
So,
really low, one or the other.
All right. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Oh boy. This is intense.
Natural one.
Oh, but guess what?
Oh,
Oh, wait.
Legendary
wait.
action or something.
Damn it!
Not just legendary. Let's roll that advantage he gets.
Oh, yeah, he has advantage on. Okay.
So I think
He has a
he did-
+12 to his wisdom saving throws, by the way.
I'm telling you, man. What can I say? Michael
Okay.
called it right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
I
So
mean, this guy thinks he's going to go in and just deep throw IUs. He's got to have a little something in the tank.
I get it. Okay, so effectively he has advantage on saves against spells, it looks like. So, yeah, he passes.
Not by much though.
No, yeah. Basically, he beat it by one.
And, we'll just kind of try to stay out of the limelight here. And
Dude, if he'd have rolled another one, you'd have got it.
I know. Okay.
Actually,
Or a-
if he
or
rolled
a
a
6.
7. Yeah, or a 6. Yeah. There's
Okay.
hope.
That's it. That's my turn then.
All right, cool.
One of my precious spell slots gone.
So don't target him with any save stuff, because with the advantage, stop him
Yeah.
pretty much a +17.
1, 2,
There's,
3,
Yeah.
4. Okay.
What are you counting?
Well, we're going to go from left to right.
Squares that he's running? Oh.
No, 1. Who's this over here?
That's me.
Screw.
Okay. All right. So he looks over at you and just goes, "Die!" All right. So
Oh, snap.
Jesus. Wow. I mean, that's rude.
here he is. So it's instantaneous. You utter a word of power and compel one creature you see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer, it dies. Otherwise, the spell has no effect.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Okay.
That's woof.
So how many hit points does?
83.
All right, so he falls over dead. But don't.
Damn it. We kind of
Wow.
needed him alive.
Let me just. There we go. I'll put that red X on him right there.
That's not great. Just gonna put that out there. That's pretty bad.
Hey, oh, Scrump's dead. Hold on, sorry. Hey, Beggar, it's your turn.
If you can do that too, that
I
would be great.
will. I'll just march up there, I guess.
Let's see here. Let me get rid of that. Just so you know, he just unleashed a level 9 spell on you.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, that's not cool.
yeah,
Yep.
that's think about it. That's a compliment. He threw the heavy magic at me. That's the guy I need to go.
Boom.
All right.
Yeah.
I
He's the guy we
swing
needed
my
to
lance.
live. Of the three of us, he was going to keep the other alive. So,
I critted.
ooh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. That hits.
For so 20 would be the total with the crit. And my second attack,
Ooh, nice.
25 hit
It does hit.
for 16.
Yeah, so 36 altogether.
Yes.
All right, and I did 11, so I'm pretty sure we got him on the ropes.
Yep. We're getting close now.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, put that in there. Hey, Malice,
Lord.
Yep.
it's your turn, man.
I'm going to attack with the battle axe. 16 probably misses.
Yep.
And 17 also probably misses.
Yep.
All right. That's it for me.
Okay. Hey, Grizz, man.
Yeah, so I just saw him say to the Scrump, just died. Scrump died.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So that's super reassuring.
Somewhere Costas is smiling.
Oh boy. Okay, so
You can't have too many 9th level spells, you would hope.
You would hope.
okay, I'll just why not direct its attention to me, because that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll just blast at it. There's one, and then there's the second one. Take that. Take that 9 force damage.
That first one, yeah. So
Yeah.
Here, so okay.
Chipping away. All right.
And I'm
17
gonna
miss or what?
Yeah, 17 misses.
Ouch.
I'm gonna move up
Yep.
here.
Hey, they got attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
He just ran away.
He just ran away.
I couldn't fill in his bubbles because you're all on top.
Oh. We're still swinging.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Let me bring this up. Oh, it's Keraptis' turn.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does next.
He looks over at the crumpled pile of that had so recently been scrump and goes as rise. And Scrump,
10 minutes later.
no, goes. All right, now starting with the next round in the initial order. You don't have any of your special abilities, but you can attack, and you have basically your same hit points again.
Okay.
Okay, but you can't cast spells or anything, and you will attack them.
Right. Of course.
Of course.
Okay. Hey, it's your turn. It's Scrump's turn.
Look at that.
There it is.
All right, so come over. Who's closest? And
Your attacks are with disadvantage too.
nice.
See, you should have went with the cloak of many eyes or whatever instead of that displacement cloak. No, who wants that?
Displacement. That's why I used the it didn't work, but I tried to frame somebody with it because
You don't know. You could go back and you could be straight up on the yard arm, man.
So that's 10 points of damage.
18. Yeah, that hits. I'm raging, so that's. Well, what is that? Why do you have so many?
The dagger is 1d4 plus 2, and then he has 1d8 bonus damage.
For what?
It's just a class. Oh wait, I don't know. It's a class feature, but I guess I probably don't get that now, right? So it's just 4 damage, maybe. I don't know.
You mean you did Fury the Small on him?
No, it's just a divine strike at 8th level. My attacks deal 1d8.
No.
Okay, so it's just the 4 then.
That's 2 actually, but
Oh, it's just 2.
yeah.
Just kind of poking at you.
I don't even notice that one.
That one heals before he finishes cutting.
Okay, beggar.
I'll swing again.
You guys are doing pretty decent as far as hitting them and doing damage.
Oh, darn it. Close my sheet. Now everything's messed up. All right.
That's a hit.
So that's 12, and that's a fail.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Did the beggar have anything else, or?
No, that's pretty much it. If we had flanking, rules, that'd be awesome. But
If that spell's, I don't know if that's a concentration spell, but it'll have to take a save if it is.
Which spell?
Summoning me up from the.
Oh no. But here, let's do a roll to see if he makes it. If it was. So let's see here. You got a 19, he would have made it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
It's a DC of 10, so I don't
Okay, cool. All right, Malice, it's your turn, dude.
Yep, I'm gonna hit him with a battle axe a couple times. Ideally.
You got it.
24. That'll
that
hit
hits.
for
That hits.
14. Ignore the other 13 there. Second. 19 hit.
No. it doesn't.
Okay. So 14.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
19 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's at
Hey,
least
Grizz,
at least a 20.
it's your turn, and you see that Scrump just like popped back up and then started attacking Malice after he told him to rise.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to throw a blast at Scrum. He's the problem, maybe. No, I'm not going to do that. Screw that. I'm going to shoot at the freaking Keraptis. For now. For now, at least.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
That
Nice.
second blast does not apparently hit. So.
The first one does, though. 19?
Yep.
Nice job.
Thank you, and that will be it for me.
Yeah, he's not. You can tell.
I tired of you.
All right.
I couldn't understand. You had something in front of your mouth. I couldn't understand what you said.
Don't hate the player, man.
Your helmet kind of fell down, faceplate kind of in front. It's
He's got
kinda
it.
hard to-
Yeah, he does the whole Rick Moranis thing where he throws up.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. All right. All right. Let's see here. Dun dun dun. Okay, he casts a spell. All right. 20-foot radius sphere of yellowish-green fog emanates out from around him. Frog spreads around. I don't worry about that sort of stuff. Okay, so what kind of saving throw is this? Whenever a creature enters, first time, or a turn starts its turn there, the creature must make a Constitution saving throw. The creature takes 5d8 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Creatures affected hold their breath or don't need water. Okay. 10 feet away. All right, cool. Okay, so this
19.
fog is around him now. So it emanated there, so you guys don't have to do your saving throws yet.
Oh, can I keep mine for next time?
Oh, man, look at that. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Because
I'm gonna DM a game, and I'm gonna have you be in it, and you're gonna be like the Kenny from South Park. Every session, your character's gonna
Dude, just
die.
let me know how many. I'll make like 6 characters. Yeah, because basically what it is if you enter or when you start, because he makes the cloud off of him, and it's a 10-foot area around him. So basically, right now it's got you two in it. Okay, but it won't do anything until your turn. So first we'll go with Scrump.
And you're not letting me use that roll, is what you're saying.
I'll let you use it. Sure.
So I'm just I fail my save and I'm getting zombie poisoned and just trying to stab at Malice unsuccessfully.
Yeah, I still don't even know you're there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Doesn't 25 hit Malice?
It does, but I have a displacer cloak on, so that 11 does not.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, that's right. Ass.
He doesn't quite know
Okay.
where I am. He thinks I'm in the spot right next to where I'm standing. And that's who,
Right?
that's
It
who,
was
that's
just
who he's
like I
attacking.
struck so true, and there was just nothing there.
All right. Okay, bigger. Now it's saving throw time.
25.
Yes, that
Nice.
makes it. Okay, so you'll take half of this. Okay, so 14 points of poison damage to you, sir.
All right.
Okay, it's your turn.
I'll go ahead and just do some longsword attacks here. A 29 hit.
Nice.
Yes, it does.
Jesus
For
Christ,
9.
better.
Okay.
I know
If
a
it doesn't,
16's not
I'm just gonna
hit,
slit
so
my own throat. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a luck point and swing again.
Okay.
27 hit for 16.
Yes, it does. So 9 and 16 are your amounts?
9 and 16 are the damages. Yep, and that's one
Okay,
luck
so
point.
25. He's getting pissed at you guys.
And then I'm going to action surge and do it all over again.
Yeah.
So longsword again. A crit for 15.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Nice.
And then
And sorry
another
for everybody
attack.
watching. My roll 20 is moving a little slowly. Roll 20 if you'd like to be a sponsor.
And a 19.
That misses. Right?
That does not hit.
And a luck point also misses. So
So another 15 now.
Yeah. Nice job.
Okay, so that's
Starting to like you a little more now.
okay.
Even with
All
the
right.
racial slurs.
Malice, it is your turn.
Now, did my 19 was that enough or
I
not?
was gonna say, well, do you want to keep it or not?
I already asked to keep it. I already asked
you're
to
a
keep it.
raging
Okay.
barbarian. Don't you
Okay.
have advantage on con saves?
Oh,
No, just strength.
Oh, is it just
Yeah.
strength?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm
so
a gnome, so I do have I could do some other things I have advantage on, but so does my
All right.
19 work or no? I've already
can
said
keep-
it, so if it doesn't
keep it.
work, it's on me.
it doesn't work.
Okay, well I still only take half.
Okay, so
I'll
26
still take 13.
points. Yep.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, did he have to make any sort of concentration check for that when he got hit from Beggar?
Yeah, let's take a look because that is a concentration spell. And how many times did you hit him? Because he'll have to.
The DC is 10 and he has a
Three.
plus 12, so we don't need to bother.
Well, he can roll a 1.
It's a 1 auto failure because a 1's a 13.
That's up to Will, I guess.
They have a 10.
Yeah, I'll make it a 1 will be an auto fail. So sure. Let's see. 1.
Oh, that was so
Oh,
close.
so close.
2.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
So he's got a plus 12 on con as well as wisdom saves. Oh, okay.
He's got it all.
All right.
He's the complete package.
Okay, so all right.
All right, now can I attack this guy?
Yeah, it's your turn. Go ahead.
All right. Battle axe number 1, natural 20
Nice.
All
for
right.
20
Good.
points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Second, 25 for another 12 points of damage, so 32 altogether.
Okay.
On your crit up there, did you add your crit damage?
This second one over here is if I'm rolling the D10 for two-handed, I'm only using one-handed. So it's the 10 plus 7 is my crit,
Ah, okay.
unfortunately. I would like to have added that other 9, but
All right, Grizz.
Yeah, all right. I make the con save because I think I'm just in the freaking radius of it. And I do have advantage because of my little friend. But here we go.
oh,
Ooh,
natural
nice.
20, nice.
Okay, so how much am I taking?
It is.
Not exactly hardy. It's 11. All right, that's doable. Okay, so let me type that in here. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna step out of the range of that freaking stuff.
Good idea.
And then, Jesus. Okay, yeah, screw it. I'll just shoot him again because I don't have much else to do right now. Eldritch Blast! Eldritch
Oh, nice.
Blast!
Yeah, there you go.
Those hit. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So that's that.
21.
21
points.
force damage, yep.
Nice job.
Nice. That's what I got.
You actually blast off, and you guys have noticed as you've been hitting on them and stuff, like chunks of armor go flying and hitting the ground and clatter and roll away and go in different directions and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So Keraptis system. Okay. Let's see.
He gives up.
Probably.
As well, he should.
Probably. So let me see here. So. Okay. So. Okay. All right. He screams out, "Rah!" And he reaches up his hand into and like as he brings it up, like a ball of fire starts to emanate in his hand, and he just chucks it straight down at his feet, and the entire platform goes
Absorb elements.
and blows up into a big old massive fireball.
Is that a
20-foot radius centered on him?
Yep.
Well, look where I am.
All right, so let's see. I get to roll. Let's see here. Okay.
So it's a deck save. And I have resistance.
I have advantage.
And I failed my deck save. But I still have resistance.
Okay, so let's see here. Right. Double check. Okay. All right.
Natural 20.
23. I would hope that would make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Glad it
Okay.
did.
50 points.
25.
So 25, so I take 12, because I'm also resistant to almost everything.
Damn, Gina. 13d6.
Now I get to give some of that fire back to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually call out to my owl to aid me, and he's going to give me the help action. And he has flyby, so you don't get to attack him as he goes by.
That's smart stuff. That's why people use their mouths.
So here goes. First attack here.
Ooh, nice.
27 will hit for 13. Plus, some of that fire just kind of like had hit me. It reflected off and hits him and gives him a little taste of his own medicine for another 5 points of damage.
Another 5 points of damage. Okay.
Fire damage.
So what the grand total here is what?
18.
18 from that first attack.
18. Okay. All right.
And my second attack is a total fail.
Oh.
I got
Oh, wow.
so excited I got back out of it that I just went, yes! I did it! Yes! Take that!
Yeah, no doubt. You step back and go, that's right, son. I take you.
Exactly.
What levels are we? We're level 10?
Oh, but wait.
Yeah.
You still need to make a saving throw for that cloud of gas that's still around.
Oh, yeah.
Is that every turn?
Yep.
Okay.
It sticks around as a
The
concentration.
fireball didn't burn it off?
Surprisingly not. The magic
25 is my con save.
You make it, sir, so you will only take half. Which is...
To roll, was it 2 or 3 more con saves, though? You never know. You might get that natural 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for his... yeah, let me do it. I'll do it.
I'm going to use my second wind feature then, too, while we're bonus action.
Okay, so 1, 2...
17.
Just teasing us with these 2s and 3s.
Yeah, I know.
So you still took that damage. If you'd have failed on your hits. So... Well, actually, I rolled more than I needed to because you only hit him once.
Oh, after Scump died again, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Scump died again?
Yeah.
He's a pile of burning ash right now.
Poor Scump.
Yeah.
Okay.
He will not be missed.
Yeah.
All right. So
I was starting to grow somewhat attached to that disgusting creature.
I was hoping he'd help me out. He said he was going to heal me.
Hey, Malice, it's your turn, man.
All right. So I guess first I'll do my Constitution save. Right? Because that's at the start of my turn.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
13. So I miss.
13. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this.
Come on, low rolls. I still only take half. Oh, those are pretty high rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
All right. Now I'm going to attack him with me battle axe. That'll miss with a 14.
Okay, now hold on 1 second. I need to. He's got something else that's been activated. That's not a magical axe, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is a magical axe?
Sure is.
Okay. So you'll get advantage on this. So as you start to throw in and attack it, it feels as if the axe is getting pulled towards it even at a
Oh, is he casting a spell?
Bam. No, it's not a spell.
Okay.
So, bam! And it's like hits into it. So now you need to give me a strength check, which you'll be at advantage at this anyway because you're Raging Barbarian.
Save?
To pull it off of him. Yeah, so it's a strength.
22.
Okay. Let's see what the DC on that is. Okay, cool. You can't pull the axe is stuck to his armor now. You can't pull it back off.
That stinks.
A little bit.
Well, I'm gonna. Damn it. I've got a second attack and I try to pull it away again.
Yeah. Well, that's one action. It's an action to try and defeat it.
Oh, so I guess that's it. So I don't have a.
Yeah. So
Punch him.
'Cause-
You're proficient in
you
unarmed.
can punch him.
Yeah, I'm gonna just punch him.
All right, go ahead.
No, it would be a 17, which misses. Oh no, 18 misses. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You get to add your proficiency though.
Yeah, no, that was the proficiency was what I just added. It makes it 18.
Grizz.
Well, that's awesome. Guys, guess what I'm gonna do? Oh yeah, shoot out just blast at him, right? Because I'm a warlock. Here you go. Ah, damn it. I hope the 23 hit.
Yeah,
At least-
23 hit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Keraptis' turn.
Before though, he should roll a con save even because he did get hit. Even though I'm sure he'll.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Odds are good he'll make it, but.
Oh, I've been fucking this up the whole time because I forgot about Mage Slayer. I should have had a melee attack against him every time he casted a fucking spell.
Oh, man.
Damn it! I forgot all about
We'll have,
that.
we'll have to remember that from now on.
It's in my name and everything.
Where can I put this trait to easily
All right, cool. So it's Keraptis' turn. Keraptis, let's see. 1, 2. He's not going to worry about the warlock right now. So we're going to say a 1 and 2 is beggar, and then 3 and 4 will be malice. It's going after you, Michael. Okay, so. And he turns around and he just starts boom, 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 starts to punch you.
Magically?
Magically delicious. No. So there's 1.
That's
That's
a
a
natural
miss.
one.
The 24. And
I cast shield.
18. Okay. And when you
So they
cast
all
shield,
miss.
that takes you to 20 what?
25.
25. Gotcha.
Damn.
Okay, so he misses.
Wow.
He doesn't seem pleased about that. Okay, beggar.
I return the favor,
Okay,
and my owl is helping.
okay,
So, 22 for 14.
okay. I need you to make a strength save if you want to withdraw your sword.
27.
It's to his armor. You do. So that second attack does go up, and it misses. And you need another strength save to keep it from going to,
26.
and that succeeds too. Okay, so if you've got a third attack, you can do it.
Nope, just 2 at this level.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. All right.
Wow. I'm gonna try to pull my fucking battle axe away.
1. Okay. And did you make your con save for the gas there? I don't think we did for you, beggar.
You've got like 4 or 5 con saves. You're behind to maintain concentration.
16, I guess. So my last luck point, 23.
Gotcha. Actually, no. Look, he rolled the 1, guys.
Finally.
Yeah.
So that would have. Well, it's at the start. It's at the start, so he still would have.
Yeah.
But that's back from Adam. So like when Adam rolled his attack and Steve, you never rolled con saves for those. That like it's post dated back.
There you go. Well, I'm doing a favor here with that anyway. So. All right, so
Cloud kill is gone at the end of
it's gone now.
that
So
turn.
it took effect on the start
All
of
right.
Beggar's turn, and now it is gone because he hit him in that one attack he got in is what broke the concentration of him.
Cool.
Okay, so Malice, it is your turn. So you can attempt to.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my. I want to get my.
Yep.
Thing back here. 26.
Yes, you get your axe back.
All right. Can I swing it once?
Sure, why not?
Natural 20.
That hits.
For 21 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Is he like staggering at all? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, and that's one thing
He's
I
feeling
guess I should say. I haven't really been given much blow by blow detail with that. When you guys are hitting them, you're knocking off these chunks of the armor, and it's like a pauldron goes flipping and flying off into the distance and skitters across the floor. Another thing goes flipping into the air and hits the ground and rolls away. Okay, all right, so. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Grizz, it's your turn.
Eldritch Blast, y'all. One. Does that hit?
No, it doesn't.
Oh my god.
21
two.
misses? Jesus.
The 25 hits.
Yay, they get 10 force damage.
Okay. It's 11, isn't it? Oh no, that's for the crit.
It's 10.
That's for
Yeah.
the crit.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and you blow off a chunk. It like shoots and it like makes a hole through his arm. Even you can see through it.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, right?
Huh. All right. That's it for me.
Okay. All right. It's Keraptis' turn. Man, he's not happy about the loss of that cloud kill at all. And he's not really happy about how this is all going anyway. So
He did get to kill a goblin twice.
he did.
Just by telling him to die.
Yeah.
And in a of purple energy, he disappears.
No, he doesn't.
Uh-oh, what are you going to do? Come on, do it!
Oh,
Do it!
Fifth level. Fifth level counter spell.
yes.
Oh, and he doesn't go anywhere. Oh, and he's
Yep.
And
That's what I'm
I
saying.
also hit him with a fucking battle axe for trying that shit too.
what level is that?
I mean, I'm assuming he was casting Dimension Door, but
He was, yeah.
which is
That's only
fourth.
a fourth. So
Yeah.
you can cast it at fifth? Yeah.
But that's all I can cast of that. So yeah,
Okay. Look at you. Saving the day.
that's why I held that spell slot in
Yeah.
reserve.
Nice job.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
I missed him
I gotta get his token back.
I missed him
Sure.
anyway on the way out.
So that
Mm.
you guys you have the visual representation of the bad guy. Oh, look, he's so small.
He's got
there.
much smaller.
No,
we
that's-
knocked off a real big
That's,
chunk.
yeah, that's the size he is right now because you knocked off all the pieces of the armor. Okay, so
I missed with my reaction there.
no, but it's what's your reaction? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because he cast a spell. It's good to remember that.
Finally remembered.
Yeah. Okay, beggar.
5 spells into it or something.
He tried
like that.
running away. He's obviously not happy.
I swing and a miss. Well,
Oh,
with the
man.
help action, though, that's a 22
That actually does hit, but you need
for
to make
15 damage.
For 15, you need to make a
Yep.
strength saving throw too. But wait, it might not be necessary.
You know what? Just for the fun of it, I let my weapon get stuck there and use my
Action.
bonus action to teleport it back into my hand. I swing again.
It's it does. I'll let that happen anyway. So I was gonna say it hit it, and it for a brief second it stuck to it before the blow to it sends the armor crumbling to the ground in that magnetism.
Wow.
Magnetism?
No, we're going magnetism.
Magnetism,
All right, I
yeah.
like
No,
it.
I've
Because
heard
that's
that.
it's
Lean
magic,
into it, you know?
it's magic magnetism. Magnetic.
Oh, yes.
It goes crumpling to the ground, and it like is laying on its back, and on its chest there's like a pop, and it looks like the plate like comes up a little bit, and like some steam on the outside like jets out.
Cool.
You guys notice too at this time that those 4 gnome knights, they're still standing out there. They didn't come in and do anything.
All right.
Well, we seem to have dispatched this one.
Yeah.
And Malice. Did you know there's a How do you feel, Malice?
Yeah, I'm glad he's dead.
Excellent, excellent.
So, like, is it
I
just an
was the
empty
one
suit
who
of armor
attacked him
now?
first.
I'm sorry, what?
Is it just an empty suit of armor now?
It's just laying there.
I'm gonna we should probably make sure it's dead before we go off celebrating, you know?
I'll slam my battle axe into the helmet. Seems dead.
Okay. So I'm gonna take 6 seconds to gather my energy from my Rod of the Pack Keeper and get another spell slot back.
Okay.
We're gonna want to try to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
those gnome guards are just sitting down there watching.
Yeah.
You hear them whispering to themselves.
I'll call
Do you know
out
what-
to them in Gnomish. Are we gonna have a problem here, fellas?
I don't think they heard you.
No, they're just whispering amongst themselves still. They didn't say anything.
Do I still feel the False Keraptis?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. This isn't really him. This was a test
You say it is not really him. He's still here, huh?
somewhere,
Excellent.
which is why we need to go.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
They didn't give you a teleportation circle on the way out of here, did they?
They didn't give me a way to teleport back, right? Well,
Hold on, Chris.
okay. Right.
I am definitely keeping my distance from the other two as well.
I mean, I'm keeping my distance from that trap in the middle of the floor. I want to like.
Did is there anything that wasn't destroyed in that fire blast that used to be the goblin scump?
Yeah, there'd be whatever Scump's magical items could be there. Sure.
What were they?
The body of the
So,
goblin.
Wanda polymorph.
Here we go. Hold on. I'm going to
A
remove
bond of
everything.
polymorph? Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up and stick it in my bag.
As soon as you go to do that, I
And by the way, you're no longer raging, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
make an attack.
Uh-oh.
I might be raging again in a moment.
And a Gonzer Scorcher, a 13 hit you?
Is that a? I think you have.
I think that's just the damage.
It doesn't, but
It's a.
It's a DC dex save, right? It's a dex
Oh yeah,
save.
oh, yeah, it's a dex save. It's
It's
Oh.
a dex save.
so you need a dex save.
let's see. I get advantage on those.
Yep.
What is this?
19.
What is happening?
So you failed your dex save, so you take 13 damage from the fire.
Your DC is above 18 or 19.
He
man.
he has advantage. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought-
Yeah,
So
He's like, now I am Keraptis.
yeah.
and I said leave his stuff alone.
I didn't. Hear
You'll still take half damage at 6. But
All right, I didn't hear you. Over all of the insults.
I look at Beggar and then I cast. I cast. Right, I'm evil. That's right. I'm evil.
You're
I
evil.
cast hold person on Malice. So that's a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
I get advantage on those too because I'm a gnome cunning. My wisdom sucks though, so it really probably doesn't matter.
It's 2 chances to roll a 20.
There you go, man. You can do it.
Well, yeah. It's. Come on.
Okay, so you failed that.
Yep.
So should we go back into initiative for this, Will, or just to keep
I
it?
imagine you're just going to carve him up. He's never getting out of that hold.
Well, I mean, he's held in place, so yeah. If I know how this goes.
And the DC that he's going to have to try and hit is basically.
I need a natural 20.
Yeah, he needs a natural 20. So basically, you guys can attack and do damage to him, and then every time you attack, he can roll his save. And then if he comes out of it and would be able to do anything, then we'll go ahead and we'll roll. Or,
I actually step forward with a chunk of rope, tie him up just as securely as I can with rope, hog tie. I mean, he's on the floor, belly down, feet and hands up behind him. He can't move even if he was magically held.
Okay.
Can I talk with the hold person?
What's that?
Every 6 seconds.
Every 6 seconds.
Yeah, so you're going to get a chance. Go ahead and get
I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of here. But
am I a rodeo champ and can do all of that in 6 seconds?
Yeah, it doesn't.
You
you got time.
Rodeo
champ
could do it, but
you have time. I'm not going to get out of here anytime soon. But can I talk or can I not talk?
You're completely paralyzed, I think. So I'm pretty sure you can't talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless you got something interesting to say.
No. I was just going to try to convince those gnomes to attack you guys.
Okay, so yeah, there it goes. He's hog tied up. You got him there, man.
Yeah.
Slit his throat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I get one more save before you do that?
Yeah, sure. There's time. Go for it.
It's not going to work. So, but
yeah.
Just
I mean, you're tied up now, so it's really going to suck if you do make it.
Yeah, no, you guys got me.
Okay, so he gets dismembered. Then I take it at this point in time. So, all right.
Which is better because I will say now that I'm dead, I was going to betray you the first chance I got. And I used the whole deal. I was. So you did the right thing.
There it is. Okay, so you guys are there. It's just the two of you on the platform.
All right. Well, I think we've done. I think what we came for. I don't know if there's actually another one of these things around here or not. I think it might be best to scamper off though before we get trapped. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We should go report.
I'd like to know you're getting out of this city.
So, Will, you said that I do have the means to get out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got a teleportation.
Cool. All right. So, all right. Well, first off, should we check this?
Oh yeah, let's gather up all of their magical junk.
That cloak is awesome. The battle axe is only a +2, I think. +1. It's only a +1 battle axe, but
still, it's a magical axe. I would definitely take that.
And the displacer cloak is really good to have. So.
And then I'm gonna look at, without immediately touching, the armor that was. You said the breastplate looked like it buckled out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna stand back and use Mage Hand to root around and see if there's anything actually under there.
Okay, so what it is like it was there was no tabard or anything over it. All right. Mm-hmm. It was metal. And when he fell over, it popped up and there was a seam down the middle and steam shot out the side. That's
okay. Okay, so it was containing him, sort of, probably.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, but there doesn't appear to be anything else on the armor itself, I don't know, a ring or anything like that.
No, there's bits and pieces of them all over the place, though.
Okay, we should say why don't we gather up a few of these pieces? Maybe some of the scholars back at the base can do something with it. Yeah.
Excellent idea. I'll pull out a burlap sack or a gunny sack and shove everything into it.
Right. Great. All right. Let's go.
While wearing my spiffy new displacer cloak.
As if you weren't hard enough to hit. No?
Yeah, and once we've gathered up some pieces of the armor and their stuff, we'll teleport back to HQ.
Okay. So you guys then go and you teleport and you go back to Joroka. Mm-hmm. Now, the camera stays on the platform.
I know it does.
The smoking armor of the man who was there Keraptis, this big, huge, hulking suit. The 4 knights come up the steps. They raise their visors, and they come and they stand around the armor there, and they go, "Wow, that was a great fight. Yeah, I thought it was great, man. You only killed one of them, though. Yeah, they killed the other guys. Man, I thought for sure he would have killed more. Yeah, you owe me money." And they start money starts changing hands, and that where it opened on the breastplate swings open, ching ching, and a gnome pops out. Oh my God! I could have won. I know I could have won. It's like, you couldn't have won anything. And then the camera pulls back, and as the camera pulls back, it goes further and further, and you start to see the walkway and whatnot. And as it pulls back, you see a brown-robed figure of a man about 5'5", walking solemnly towards where the gnomes are standing around, and they're jabbering. And that's it. Fade to black. End of the episode.
So we didn't see the gnome hiding in the armor, huh?
You guys could have if you had gone down and pulled it up, and there would have been like, "Oh, gnome," and they're going, "Hi."
All right. I mean, I did run my mage hand underneath the armor, but that's cool. It's fine.
You distinctly didn't say, "Well, I'm going to go and try and open it." That's what I was waiting for.
Fair enough.
You would have found him.
That's awesome. All right, cool.
So that ends the 2-day bad guy. I don't know what would we call that?
The evil experience.
Excursion.
The evil experience, so to speak. It's just another way of showing what some of the other people are doing, and it's another way to just interject some more information into the storyline.
Totally.
So
Our poor main guys are so screwed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right.
They have no idea. They are so blissfully ignorant of
Yep.
what is going on right now.
and it's a really good way to interject power levels of things, so that you guys can see certain things that are going on. And who knows? You maybe run into one of these eldritch knights roaming around doing the will of Ayus, and maybe you could ask them a couple of questions. It could happen.
Don't try to attack him because
He's nearly impossible to hit.
Seriously.
I'm surprised only one of us died during the battle.
Yeah. Well, and let me ask too. Okay, so out of all of you guys, who's got over 100 hit points?
I do.
Me.
Okay, so it basically wouldn't have worked on 2 of you guys.
Right, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
if it was the very first thing they did.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like level 10, it's not hard.
At that point,
Full health, my guy's 73.
Yeah.
So
And to tell you the truth,
that was 114. So
I used it at the
108.
wrong time because I was going off of the old school. I thought there was a save on that thing, and then that the whole blah blah blah, and it still did damage, blah blah blah. So I was like, oh, it's a good thing. Okay, so that was just the luck of the roll there that it landed on the guy that it did.
sweet. That's awesome.
Because you guys would have definitely taken down that. Hey, I guess that was a false Keraptis.
Yeah, well, it was a false Keraptis.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. All right. Hey, all right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Next Tuesday, we will be back to the main characters. Gosh, it seems like forever since we played those guys.
It's been, what,
Seriously,
5 weeks?
Yeah, because we had the holiday breaks, and then we had the bad guys. So, yeah, we got to get back into the swing of the regular things and see what's going on.
Who even am I? I don't really
I
know.
know.
we should have that. We should have that fortress good and scouted out by now.
Right? And this is a good way to, I think it'll give, in a non-betting but not bad kind of way, just a better image on the main player characters of definitely kind of what's just going on.
I think we're all doing a pretty good job of playing neutral characters, like for our
Yeah.
mains. Like,
Yeah.
I think we've all demonstrated a pretty good spread of.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and we'll give a couple of quick shout-outs. Let everybody say what you are. And hey, Jairus. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, if they can find you, or what
You
you're doing.
can't find me. Don't try to find me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sorry you died so quick, by the way.
Oh, shit happens. It's the luck of the D4.
Yeah, it was, unfortunately. Okay. Well, Steve?
I'm Steve. You can find me here on Tuesdays. Return to the Bandit Kingdom.
All right. Michael. Michael's just Michael.
I am Michael, and I am also here on Tuesdays.
Yes, right. Adam.
I'm Adam, and I am here on Tuesdays. I'm
What?
also no joke. I think I've seen you once or twice too, Jairus. You've been here now and then.
Oh yeah, this is where you can find me.
Right here, yeah.
During the holiday episode.
And then you could find me on Fridays at 9 p.m. on the Greyhawk channel in the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I am Will DM. I DM this illustrious game, Return to the Bandit Kingdoms, where I used a lot of gnomes. I also am the DM for Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh on the Greyhawk channel, and that's on Fridays at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Eastern, yep.
Eastern time.
Same
I'm
time
also
as
the
us.
host of the Down Roll, which is also on this channel, Wicked Studios LLC, which I'll be recording a new one of those episodes this week. And then that'll go up. Adam, you didn't say anything about supers.
Yeah, well, we still have some time for that. I'm working on a new web series. You can check out my old one on YouTube. You can also check out old episodes of Return to the Bandit Kingdom and original episodes of Ravana on there as well.
That's right.
So
There
it's
it is.
YouTube /Mr. Atom PL.
Dun, dun, dun. And that's it.
And I would like to add that I really enjoy playing gnomes. So that was kind of fun making.
That was the first gnome I ever played, and all I did was get abused.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I probably
You
deserved
picked
it.
the wrong party to play.
Yeah.
some-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the first day of high school. You don't want to show any weakness or anything like that, you know. So it's like you should have worn more leather jackets with some sunglasses. Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday with the regular cast. Well, I should say regular characters, and get back into what the hell's going to happen with all that good greatness. So, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you all next Tuesday. Peace out.
Yeah. So long.
Bye.